You study words today, so why do they disappear tomorrow? This happens to many learners. You memorize a list, repeat the words, and maybe remember them for a few hours. But later, most of them are gone. Then you feel frustrated and think your memory is weak. The real issue is pressure. When you force your brain to store words, learning feels heavy. Vocabulary lists may help short-term, but they rarely help real speaking or understanding. The real problem isn't your memory, it's the method. Your brain doesn't learn language like exam notes. Language is a skill, not just information to store. You do not become fluent by collecting words in your memory. Words become useful when you hear them, read them, and notice how people use them. Memorizing only stores data for a short time. It does not build natural speaking or fast understanding. Real progress comes from use, not storage. So, if memorizing is wrong, what should replace it? One word seen 20 times beats one word memorized once. Instead of forcing yourself to remember, let the word come back naturally in real content. Read simple texts, listen to easy audio, use subtitles, and watch clear videos. Each time you meet the word again, it feels more familiar. That familiarity helps your brain remember it without stress. This is how vocabulary grows in a natural way. But seeing words isn't enough. There's a smarter way. A single word is weak. A sentence gives it power. When you learn words alone, they are harder to understand and easier to forget. But when you learn them inside full sentences, everything becomes clearer. You see the meaning, the grammar, and the correct usage at the same time. For example, instead of only learning improve, learn I want.
You don't need to remember it today. Many learners think every new word must stay in the mind immediately, but that creates pressure. Your first meeting with a word does not need to be perfect. It is enough to notice it, understand it, and keep moving. When you meet the same word again later, your memory becomes stronger. Repeated contact does the real work over time. But what if you forget tomorrow? Forgetting doesn't mean failure. It is a normal part of learning any language. When you forget a word and then see it again, your brain works harder to rebuild that memory. This process often makes the word stronger in your mind than before. Forget, revisit, and remember again is a healthy learning cycle. So if a word disappears, do not panic. It can still become permanent later. So instead of fearing forgetting, use it. Review should feel easy, not stressful. Many learners make review feel like an exam, but that only creates pressure. Instead of testing yourself again and again, simply reread your notes lightly or go through them without stress. You can also re-watch simple content or glance at old vocabulary for a few seconds. This keeps words fresh in your mind without overthinking. Learning becomes smoother when your brain is relaxed. And there's one mistake that slows learners even more. More words doesn't mean more progress. Many learners think that learning 10 or 20 new words every day will make them fluent faster, but this often backfires. When you focus only on quantity, your brain cannot retain everything properly. Instead of rushing through long lists, it is better to learn fewer words but understand them deeply. Focus on common and useful vocabulary that you actually see and hear in real life.
Use this instead of memorizing lists. A simple daily routine can help you learn vocabulary in a natural way. Start with 10 minutes of listening to easy English content. Then spend 10 minutes reading something simple. While doing this, notice and note down useful phrases instead of single words. Later, do a quick and light review of what you learned without stress. The key is to repeat this routine every day, even if it is small. Consistency is more powerful than long study sessions. And if you stay consistent, something surprising happens. You may not notice daily change, but monthly change is huge. After following this method for 30 days, your understanding of English becomes better without forcing it. You start recognizing words faster when you read or listen.
Speaking also feels easier because words come to your mind naturally. Most importantly, the fear of forgetting vocabulary slowly disappears. You stop worrying about memorizing everything and start focusing on understanding. So remember one final truth. Stop treating words like data. Words are not things you need to store like exam facts. They are experiences that you understand through use. When you meet the same words again and again in reading, listening, and real context, they slowly become part of your natural language. Trust repetition and trust context instead of forcing memory. This is how real fluency grows. If this helped you, like, share, and subscribe for more simple English learning tips.